Hello, everyone. I am Yanni Red, and welcome to Lock Journeys. Every journey starts with a single step, but sometimes it's the journeys we take together that truly define us. Welcome to Lock Journeys, where we explore the power of shared experience and how the strength of the community, the Lock Level Up, can and has propelled so many locticians to success. So, Marian, thank you for joining us today. I also just want to say that this is a powerful woman. She left one of the most hardest jobs to leave in the world. We'll talk about that a little more, or you may have seen her story. But without further ado, I want to introduce Mary and Benefield, Lots by Mare, to my audience and the Lot Level Up guys. Hey, Marianne.
Hi, Yanni. How are you today?
I am amazing. My first question is, what motivated you to join the Lock Level Up, and what were your initial goals when you started?
Okay, well, I can tell you that my motivation started a long time ago, way back in the early 2000s, when I first really got into locks. We didn't have all the social media going around, so my go-to was YouTube. And at that time, it was the Yanni Red show. And back then, I was at that is where my motivation began. Way back in the early 2000s time, and that's when I decided to I wanted to learn more, and I decided to join her team and learn more from her at that time.
Awesome. From me. Okay. All right. So my next question, just to keep it going, what specific skills or insights from the course have been most beneficial to you as you started your business?
One big one is believing in myself. That was, although I went in looking for lock styling, how to start a lock business, I gained something that I wasn't expecting, was to boost my was to boost my morale and to feel good about myself, about what I'm doing, and that really helped my business because I believed in myself. I saw myself somewhere and I got there.
Awesome. So it sounds like you were able to start like a clear path to your goal and you were able to get there. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Mhm.
So can you share a challenge that you might have faced, like something that was hard that you might have faced while you were starting your business and the course helped you to overcome that?
I was scared to tell people I charged $60 for a retwist.
Okay.
That was a challenge for me. In the area that I am, it's a small area, it's very rural. And for me to have a price and also provide an excellent service, I was scared to increase my price. But going through the course, like I said, the mentorship and the confidence building, all of that helped me out, and that was something that really helped me.
Awesome. So, and the thing is, I am the course provider. However, it was maybe not 4 years ago. It was like maybe 3.5 or 2.5 years ago. What when you were in the class. So you've had time to do this now, but have you applied a particular concept or strategy we did in the class to your business, and how did it help?
Well, what I did was I opened up my own salon. Um, I was able to open up my own salon, and it's fully functional. I learned that skill from the course. We also learned about business building, learning how to work in a salon. That was some of the things that I took from the salon and applied into me opening up my own salon.
Um, Next question. How did the connections and resources provided in the course support you in your transition to becoming a business owner?
I was always able to come back to the class, come back to the material, come back to something to reference me when I got stuck in a hard spot. It was always something, it was always an open line of communication where I could always go to or to get some help, if I was ever stuck in decision making, anything like that.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so basically the hybrid hands-on experience is because that's basically what that is. When I say a hybrid hands-on, it's designed so that you can learn while living in the real world, because a lot of the stuff that happens in class, we're talking about it, but you're not doing it until you get out there in the real world. And so that's where I want to connect with my students at all times, because that's when it's needed. I never want y'all to feel like we learned that in class, but now that I got a client, he's here too long. What am I gonna do? You need to be able to.
Or he comes in there with something going on with that scalp. What am
Oh
I gonna
yeah.
do? I remember my first time dealing with that. And I remember contacting you when you were like, this is an emergency. I gotta go. You were telling whoever was in the background, and you helped me out and took me through it. So now I'm A1 at clearing up that scalp and keeping it clean.
Oh, that's good. Now that's expert talk right there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that was the intention. The class was designed to take you from wherever you are as a loctician to the top experience. So
It definitely does that. I can tell you, it definitely does that.
of your target market involved.
My customers are people who have a love for health of their hair. Um, Most of my clients, they want healthy hair. Yes, I'm a phenomenal styler, but they want to be educated. They want to learn, and with that, they want someone who is trusting. So I'm looking, that's my market. So it's not a particular person, or it's just a person with a like-mindedness of wanting something better for themselves.
Okay. And so that sounds easy. Do you prefer men or women, or is there like a even kind of, doesn't really matter?
I want more men. I
Okay.
want more men that I could style. It's even on the preference, but I want to get more styling on guys.
Do you feel like men get more styles than women, or is it that you just like why do you want to do that?
It's well, for one, the majority of my clientele right now are females,
Okay.
and just to bring in a more, just to show that the male to the male clientele that hey, you can come in and have a service too. You can come in and be pampered as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The question is, what are your future aspirations for your business, and how do you see the skills from your course continuing to play a role in that journey?
Um, well, as for me, um, I guess having my stylists come in and learn through the course,
Hmm.
I know that when they're servicing, they're gonna give top tier A1 service. They're gonna provide an experience. They're gonna give good work. So that's gonna work for me. I plan on opening more salons, bringing in more stylists. They need to train.
Okay, so the course is going to help you by giving you that done for you training for the
Right.
loctician. You don't
Yeah,
have to focus so much on training them yourself.
that's
And
correct.
okay, awesome. I love that synergy we have. Because the goal is to keep growing, and that's the point. Is you have to learn how to accept help and be a help. I find that
Right.
a lot of people in business, you get taught nobody's going to help you. Everybody's a certain way, and then you come into something like this, and it's like, wow, everybody is on the same path. Everybody's excited that I'm leaving my job. And I go and
Right.
people are like, what you mean? So it's that space for you to become comfortable and confident about your business to a lot of
It's
people.
like it was like how when I was leaving the post office, I didn't really tell too many people because I would get, oh, you're leaving that good job. But I had a vision.
That's right. And I was so flabbergasted because I didn't even know you had left. I found out then.
You did?
Yeah, like I didn't know any of you had left your job. So I'm over there crying in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what was that? What was it, if anything? Was it like some deciding shift, or what was it that made you just say, I could do this? I'm out of here.
It was it was just a motivation, and just I was booking, I was elevating, to stay somewhere that had me stuck in a sense. I felt like a robot, whereas I had an opportunity, and I was during the time of COVID where I was able to take a little break just to see. And during that time it just, and going through the course, it was just life changing, because I just jumped. I just
Right.
jumped, and I just jumped, and just staying in that class, and just going with going with the things you were teaching, and just staying with guidance
Right.
helped me. Yeah. It
Just
was hard. It was hard, child. It was hard.
yeah, we was super laser focused. I remember they sent that quarantine out, and
Mhm.
not to say any names, I know who it was, but I'm not really saying any names. But one of our students in the class, somebody had reported her or something, or they had said something about her accepting appointments and not wearing masks.
No.
um yeah, that kind of shifted us in the class. I didn't tell everybody because it was like, that's our own personal experience, but that shifted me to teaching you guys more than how to style locks. And I
Yep.
remember that one thing that you did delve into was products,
Yep.
on product line and stuff. So did you continue with it, or what you decide to do with that?
I did actually. I have a Locked In by Mare Soul Strand series. I have my own shampoo, my own conditioner. I have my own scalp balm. I have my own oil, and I sell a black soap bar. Back then, I was doing sea moss gels and oils and soaps, and that's what got me into
And
products.
chibi.
Right, and right. And that's what got me into having something else just in case, you have to have something else in the business to keep going, because those type things happen.
Right.
And it's something that I learned how to do.
Right. And that was actually what it was such a monumental moment for me too, because I've been teaching the class a long time. And it was always about lock styling, perfecting the styles, making sure the scalp is good. But I
Mhm.
never went into, this is how you sell classes, this is products, this is how you get them, this is that. And so it kind of forced me even to challenge myself and say, hey, let me show you guys what I really do.
Mhm.
I
Right,
wasn't
right.
gray hair anymore for over 10 years when we did that class. And so, yes, I'm glad to hear that that product line has blossomed out into this, because you all know I don't like products. I don't like to sell products myself. And I think it's because I had uh, DVDs as my first products, not hair products. So I love tutorials.
Right.
And
Well,
then
in the
when
lock
it
community
became,
as well, we don't have too many products that we can trust.
that's
So,
right.
right. So I want to provide a product that's trustworthy that I use.
Okay, exactly. Right. That's so good. I'm just laughing because I know you from when you first came in. And when I see the confidence in the business, within all of you, the shift in confidence is so inspiring. It's funny.
Thank you.
That's right. How much more freedom do you have now that you are out of employment and into your own business?
Man, I'm off today because I put in my calendar, I need a break. I'm able to do that without having to ask, and people say no. I don't have the time. You can't take it off. Or I'm able to go to my kids' performances and award shows. I'm able to I'm able to live free and not be worried. Like the storm came through a couple of weeks ago. I would be worried about, oh, if I got to go to work, if I got to drive to work, they want me there. I have a decision now where I can control that. I can control my life. I have more freedom now, and that's amazing.
Yes. Awesome. How is not specifically, but has relationships improved as far as just your personal and business relationships? Do you see any improvement in how you show up these days as opposed to how you used to show up?
Yes, and it's all because of the level of stress is gone.
Okay, so this is less stress, it's more freedom. I love it.
Yeah. Hmm.
How can I get to buy your product set? If I wanted to buy your products, where would I go?
Well, right now, because I have my Soul Strand series product line at the USPTO getting trademark.
Okay.
And that sense, so I really didn't want to put it out on the main line, but you can always contact me through like Instagram, Facebook, or even on Style Seed. I have all those links on my Instagram under a link tree, and you can always
Okay.
contact me that way to purchase products. Once I do get that branding safe, because I see, I just want to be safe, and once I get that branding
Well,
safe.
I know. Look how many people came out with purple bottles and hydrating oils. They're like,
You
when,
already know.
since when?
You already know, because see, I'm confident my stuff is gonna blow up. So once that happens, I do have in line to place the products on Amazon to ship them out that way.
Okay, that's good. And I have that process if you need help with that.
Yes.
Give me some words for my aspiring first, and then my part-time loctician second, and then my yeah, give me some words of inspiration for aspiring locticians.
Okay, so for aspiring locticians, I would say stay focused. I know that it may seem hard at first, but stay focused. You'll get there. Don't rush.
Awesome. I would add into that is find a mentor immediately. Don't
Yes, definitely, definitely.
don't try this alone because there's so many misguided people that
Yeah, I
try
was going
and
to say
push
that, and stay
you.
away from those lock groups and getting other opinions that way. Find someone who's been in the game, a mentor that you can trust and who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah. What would you say to inspire a part-time loctician, someone who is back in that position where you were when you joined? I remember you were wanting to leave your job, but you just wasn't sure exactly how to do it. And once you got that information on what to do, you was gone. So what do you have to say to those that are on the fence about leaving the job and starting this?
If there is a little fire in you, believe it. Believe it, because it's going to ignite. So just trust in yourself.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing you can do, is just trusting yourself and know you can do it. Just take everything out the equation and just trust in yourself and know that you can do it, and speak it. Say you want it, it'll happen.
Awesome. Awesome. So speaking things into existence, getting clear on what it is that you want so
Right.
that it can appear to you. And
Right.
also a mentor. Make sure
Mentor.
everything changes when you get the mentor. Because we've been there, you know. It's like having a guy who's been down that block 50 times, or a person who already lived in a neighborhood for 20 years. They're going to show you, don't mess with Miss Sarah over there. Miss Lily can't cook and she always inviting somebody.
Right. Yeah, always I need mentorship because I'm leveling up.
That's right.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for interviewing me. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Thank you.
You're
I look
welcome.
I look forward to everything that's to come.
Yes, me too. And I'm so proud of you. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Marianne. Happy
Thank you,
Friday.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.